I have a situation in front of me. My youngest daughter will go to Indonesia in 2 weeks.
Yep,
and I can already feel the fear, and I know I will have a long time of grief when she is going, because I have other children who has done the same, so I know myself.
Yeah, interesting.
Huh?
Can you see how there's a pattern?
Yeah.
And that pattern means that you've yet to feel the emotion.
Yeah.
Good.
And what I wanted to ask about is to feel the grief. I believe that I will do, but how silly or intelligent is that not to going into more of, for example, your information about the earth crack in a way. Okay. I don't know a lot of it, just a few words of it.
Sure.
So,
let's firstly look at your fear. The fact is that if every time your child goes away, you feel a level of fear, and then underneath that a level of sadness, then it's highly likely that the sadness that you're feeling is not the causal grief. No. Because if it was the cause of grief, you would all have released it. And so when this child goes away, you go, I'm happy for you. Go ahead. Right? So the reality is the sadness you're feeling is the addiction sadness, not the grief.
Or having a child.
Right? So it's the addiction sadness, it's not the real grief you need to feel. The real grief you need to feel is something that's happened in your childhood, your own childhood, that's caused you to feel a sense of separation from family. Right? And there, see, now that's the grief. That one is the one you need to let yourself feel, but you're not feeling. Right? And so what you do is you cry about something else. And we often do this, it's sort of like substitute crying. When we substitute cry, we are not dealing with our causal sadness or our causal grief, we are dealing with the addiction. We need to stop that from happening. We need to go even deeper and just allow ourselves to feel this separation. So for your separation feeling. Now, this sadness of separation causes you to be afraid of separation. Now, when you're afraid of separation, you also are going to be afraid for the welfare of every single person you love. Because there is a potential that every single person you love will be separated from you through some event. Now, that event could be just a natural disaster. It could be a man-made political problem. It could be all sorts of events. Sickness, it could be death that causes the separation of but the fear in you causes you to be afraid of all of those events. Yes? So until you actually feel the true grief associated with the separation in your family right when you were very, very young, and fully release that, you will continue to project your fear onto your family and friends and other people you know who you love, and you'll want them to do what you want them to do rather than wanting them to do what they want to do, to help you avoid this terror that you have. The terror in reality is not about the death of a person or the potential death of a person, it's about separation. Yeah? It's about you feeling separated from family, and you want your family close to you so that you can feel safe, not so they can be safe, but so you can feel safe. Now, when I speak of earth changes, right, you instantly worry because one of them's in one part of the world, another's in another part of the world. What's going to happen? We're all going to be separated, and that brings up this emotion of separation for you, fear of the separation. Yeah? So allow yourself to use these events, to get to that real emotion. Yeah, it's very good. Yeah?